The 11th of July 2021. I am at a shopping mall. It is an open-plan shopping mall with a few shops with 2 stories. On the top story where the cars park, I park my car. I am walking towards an optometrist. On my right is a Wimpy and to the right of the Wimpy is a Pick n Pay. I walk with this black lady in a white uniform to the optometrist's front door. She buzzes the door, the owner opens the security gate to let her in. I see they begin speaking but I cannot hear what they are saying. The business owner then goes to the reception desk, pulls out from the bottom drawer what looks like a folder. It is a cardboard folder document. She hands it to this black lady, who looks like a nurse or from a government department. I then see through the nurse's eyes as she looks at the document. There are sentences on the document and to the right of the sentences there are 4 check boxes. I see she goes through the document but the shop is empty, it is dark and no one inside it is just this owner of the business. Then I see the document, it is COVID business regulation. Businesses will have to fill out COVID forms and I see everyone working for a business will be required to be vaccinated and that the owner will have to enforce it and comply with the government. I see business depression, the people will be depressed with this overreaching regulation. This is a vision the 4th I had in 4 days, which is the most I have ever had in such a short period of time. Again, this flashed before me very fast just prior to sleep on the early morning hours of the 11th of July 2021. Upon waking up, immediately I was given insights into this. This period is going to be the period where, due to the businesses being in this state, the government is going to rush to nationalize everything, and this is when the big business flee to Johannesburg, the seer mentioned. This is the start of the pickaxe falling over the nation, and I see this is the period where the scales will begin coming off the liberals' eyes. Second insight later in the afternoon. This will take place in accordance and is part of the timeline dream mentioned in this video. This is Babylon and is part of the first dream on the channel. When these things begin to take place, the ducks, Afrikaners, whites fly out of the tree when these things begin to happen. It is at this stage that all human rights laws are removed due to the majority of the world's populations having taken the gene therapy. At this stage human rights will no longer apply. The gene therapy is the removing of the Christian laws. Human rights only apply if your genes are not tampered with. Because the people take the vaccine, they lose all human rights because they are no longer human in the sense the genes are not that of the creators, they have been altered. When this happens, when the Afrikaners, whites see this, when the scales come off the liberals' eyes. This is when the pickaxe is coming over the nation, and then is when the ducks fly out, mentioned in the first dream vision. When this takes place, international peace will be broken. See the war clouds on the horizon, the revolution brewing in the country. It is all orchestrated and part of this period. I told you, the clouds morphed 3 times. They have morphed time and time again. We saw them rolling in last year with the incidents at Brackenfell and also the court case with the murder of Brendan Horner. That was the electric feeling. The clouds then began to morph with the arrests and warrants for Magashule. We now see Zuma arrested. We now see protests. The 3 war clouds morphed, but no one seemed to realize what was taking place, and when they wake up, civil war, anarchy and chaos will take place. The army stretched between is in Mozambique, no funds for the police and army, chaos in South Africa, Swaziland, all while the world is focused on COVID is the danger zone. This vision from this morning about COVID business regulation is going to strangle businesses to such a point many will simply fire their staff and shut down. The nation will realize we are in full-blown communism by this stage, and this is when the scales come off the liberals' eyes. Keep an eye out, prepare, be safe. For those who need work, I suggest you look online for work without borders. That is the new economy. 10th of July 2021 I see the first Roy Necker troops in Eastern Europe, Ukraine. I see a large squadron of them. All dressed in green uniform. They are confident and eager for action. I see they have everything but lack that something required to win. I see the first casualty of war. I see the body is sent back in a body bag to their lands. When they zip and unzip the bag, on the zip is a tag, and on the tag it mentions this COVID virus with a number. The number looks like 19 or 14. Interpretation. This entire period is the darkness the seer mentioned. The virus is to conceal the true events taking place. I see these troops have in the spirit a will to fight, but they don't have a will or the something required to win. It is as if they are not supported back home, could be due to this being a covert operation and doing all under the guise of this period with the virus. This is the same type of vision I had when I saw Zuma arrested. A very fast flash of a vision. So fast that you wonder if you have really seen it, because it occurs faster than a flash of light, yet the details are there. It's interesting that the previous timeline mentioned that by next year, all that is mentioned on the channel will be in progress or have already all been fulfilled. I was not expecting to see something the next day. We will probably hear about these incidences in the coming weeks. The media will not be covering this for now. I believe this is the first escalation with Russia, which will result in the first casualties, which will result in larger reinforcements being sent. When they send reinforcements, they will mention it in the news. This incident happens before any reporting. When you see them say in the news they are sending troops there, more troops than before, it is more than likely on the basis that what I saw has already taken place. I saw the troops gather on a border. I believe the border is Ukraine. It was about a handful of soldiers I saw. The leader of the squadron is a well-built man of about 6 feet with brown hair with a big spirit, but they lack something which I cannot describe. It is a feeling I have. They are eager for a fight, they have the will but cannot pull it off. Like rugby players who are built for rugby, have all the gear, are eager to play but simply are out of the depth when playing top teams. They lack nothing but have nothing. Their egos deceive them and their capabilities are overinflated. After the first casualty they will catch a wake-up, a scary one, and to not admit defeat they send in the troops. This is the beginning of the events now, which will speed up moving into December 2022.